Ready?
Yep, ready, buddy.
Oh, fire! Get your hand down. Up, right, up, right, up, now time! Here! Up, right, up, right, up, right, up!
Death is pretty final, I'm collecting vinyl.
Like a sex machine, man!
Hey VC, long time not seen, a new video from me with this and that, few new additions, not that many, a little bit new hardware. I just bought an equalizer. Ooh, equalizer. The hi-fi purists will say, shame on me, too many signals, too long cables, blah 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 blah. I don't care. Well, it all depends to the listening experience and first of all to the room. And the room physics in my listening room are not the best, so it's a very small room, therefore I have to adapt a little bit, and an equalizer does a pretty good job. And yeah, they're quite cheap now, and the thing I have is called sound analyzer. You can plug in a micro and measure a little bit the room acoustics and then adapt the listening curve. So I just show you a small clip how it's looking, and yeah, if you want you can Google it and hear more about it or read more about that. Yeah, regarding the vinyl, first of all, I was quite busy in the last few days in archiving my vinyl, enter everything into Discogs. I mean, of course you have now those apps for the smartphones, and if there is a code you can scan that, but of course no, the older ones do not have the code, and quite often you have 10 or 15 or 20 different versions. You have to look which is yours, and of course for the older ones you have to really use the catalog number and enter the catalog number into this thing. I ended up without regarding the classical stuff, which is not yet catalogized in the catalog, whatever it's called, and a few other DJ disco records. I ended up with roughly 1,400. Not that much, not too small. Honestly speaking, I do not have room for much more. Just bought another one from those IKEA Kallax shelves, and space now is pretty tight, so maybe it's time in the next few months to really go again through the collection and sort a little bit out. So why I did this archiving stuff? Because I really lost track, not what I have, but where the stuff is what I have. So when I got 700 up to 800, I knew exactly more or less which record stands where. And then I moved a little bit, new stuff was added, and now I have to really look through every single record to find what I'm looking for. And the big picture is really to use those the list created from this Discogs catalog to do some yeah, alphabetical order in by genre and alphabetically. I think this will be the end. However, to the vinyl. Ryuichi Sakamoto, Plankton. Electronic stuff. Unfortunately, I got a pressing which is not the best. Quite noisy. I had an experience with that when I listened to it and I was not really happy with it. It's suppressed on Milan, by the way. I went to the website from them and had a look at the contacts, and there you could write directly to the CEO. So I wrote a little email to the CEO of Milan and received an answer an hour later. Well, let's say it was polite on the surface, but he asked me, so in general he said more or less, well, he's sorry that I received a bad copy, but there's always a bad copy and I was the first one to claim. And they sold out immediately, and well, at the end he thought I'm a little bit, I do not know what I have, because he said if I'm familiar, he asked if I'm familiar with the sound of Sakamoto and Plankton, and that part of the music were distortions and noise. I know that, and I know that piece, but I can make a difference between wanted noise from the recording and unwanted noise due to some pressing errors. So it's a nice record. From the music, pressing quality, I'm not convinced. I tried to clean it twice, but without that much success. You can still listen to it, but it's a little bit annoying if you know how it should sound. However, it's a brilliant piece of music, no question about that. Yeah, next up is one from the stock my parents gave to me, Neil Diamond, Touching You, Touching Me. So it was the first time that I ever heard Neil Diamond. It's okay. Here he's doing a lot of covers, and he's doing a pretty good job here. So nice stuff. I heard another one from him, a later one. This was a little bit too kitschy for me, so this was more the country style and I was not convinced, but that one is nice listening, so thanks Mom and Dad. Yeah, next up, Porcupine Tree, Coma Divine, a live recording. It's excellent, what should I say? Porcupine Tree, I was talking about them quite often. Excellent progressive rock and live, really beautiful, and a beautiful recording. So I highly recommend that if you like progressive and Porcupine Tree. You can't go wrong with Coma Divine. Ali Miola, Morocco Fantasia. Excellent guitar music from the fastest guitarero, or what do you call it? Guitar playing of the world. Beautiful, mate. Beautiful sounds, beautiful guitar playing. I love that kind of music. You know, I love Ali Miola, Dominic Milner, Paco de Lucia, and all those guys are brilliant, and this is again an excellent example. Ah, by the way, what we're hearing in the back is also from the stock of my parents. Some disco stuff. The Brothers Johnson, Light Up the Night. Look at that weird cover. I mean, 70s, those very tight pants, and what kind of extension he's holding there. Strange. But back to the goodies. Dead Can Dance, Spirit Chaser. I'm a huge fan of Dead Can Dance. Spirit Chaser, thought about getting the MoFi, but I heard a lot of good things about the regular repress, so I thought maybe I'd give that a chance. This is called 4AD, the label. And I did an excellent job. Brilliant pressing, beautiful sounding, and you're paying half of, or more than half of, less than half of the MoFi record. It's around 20 bucks, 20 something, don't know exactly. Excellent. If you don't have it, I really recommend that. It's beautiful. Next one, Keith Emerson Band featuring Mark Bonilla. Yeah, Mr. Emerson from Emerson, Lake and Palmer. When they split it, he came back with that one after some time. His beautiful organ work, excellent music. Really love that. I was surprised how good it is. I really dig it. Comes as a gatefold as far as I know. Track listing. It's really nice. Glad having it. Next up is James Taylor with JT. I saw that cover a couple of times in the VC. Never knew what it is, and this was also included in a stock my parents gave to me. Yeah, some nice singer-songwriter stuff. Personally, I would always prefer Nick Drake, but yeah, Taylor's doing some good stuff here. Last but not least, wait a second. Just arrived this morning. I already listened to it. A recommendation from Stavros. Hey Stav, this was a pretty good recommendation. As I wrote in the comment, I would buy it, and I bought it and it just arrived. Excellent! Coal Mine Records, Soul Slaps, coming on red vinyl, and is an essence of the best 7 inches Coal Mine is issuing. A lot of soul and funk goodness here. Really love it. Brilliant. Yeah, that was it for today. Hope you have a good week, and see you soon. Cheers.